Oh, thank you ever so much.
You're so welcome. Well, you could go if you want, but we're not done because we'll go to the herb garden. And I want you to taste the rest some of my food over here, and I want you to see my rice because I got cool rice growing.
Got a question about your corn.
Mm-hmm.
My corn are 14 feet tall right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just putting on a top tassel. No corn coming out the chute. Out the stalk.
Yeah.
But yours are what?
Look at
4 or
them.
5 feet tall.
And look at all.
and they got big
but here's
stalks on
why.
them.
This where you live and I live is a cool climate.
Right.
Corn doesn't do well here.
No.
So this is a variety called spring corn,
Spring corn.
and it's made for 60 days. It's gonna produce, and it produces awesome. You can just see how beautiful that is, and it's abundant, and it's not huge stalks. I don't have a whole lot of stuff to deal with.
Like this big around.
I'm just look at that. Look at that. Small, and look at the beautiful ears already happening, and they're gonna be awesome. And it never gets to the house because I eat it. I eat it right here because it's so tender and good.
Yes.
It's
I
awesome.
almost went into tears looking at it.
So remember the
I
word.
Organic heirloom corn. Called
Remember
Golden Bandit.
remember.
Okay.
You go to Fedco and you get spring corn.
Spring.
Remember
corn.
the word spring, and you buy spring corn, and that's what it is. It's
All right.
awesome.
I will.
How fun.
I just could not believe it when I saw your corn.
Isn't that awesome?
And I have these mammoth things doing nothing.
Yeah. Well, because they're like made from growing in the Midwest, and it's not that hot here.
Oh, okay.
This is a cool climate, so you have to
You have to adjust.
adjust to where you live.
Yeah.
But that corn there gets amazing, beautiful ears, totally full, and it never gets to the house. I bite into it and I get wet because it's just so full of water and it's so sweet. It's just like over the. Why cook it, man? It's so tender and sweet. It's so good.
That's what I did as a kid.
Oh shoot. Here, I want to get that wagon.
Do you want me to get it?
Yeah. No, not you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because you're walking like I am, and I want you to.
I am. I had surgery, and you know what I learned?
What?
If I garden, I don't have to use this cane so
Awesome.
much. But if I go shopping,
Then
when
you
I'm
use
on
it.
hard concrete.
Here, I'll take it. That's fine.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
But I can garden on
The medium that you got in these bits.
What's that?
What is the medium called?
Which?
It's kind of like, my bark mulch looks like that.
Oh, this is screen wood chips.
Screen
See, I screen it. I take those wood chips there and I run it through a screen, and then you get the fine material.
Oh, okay.
So all the heavy stuff goes out in the orchard.
The old like you've got a darker compost
Yeah,
pile over
yeah.
there.
You
so
know why
use
it's dark?
that.
Because it was in a big pile and it got hot.
Oh yeah, that's what mine is. Like
Yeah.
it steamed off
Yeah,
first.
'cause and the heat,
Yeah.
turns it black.
Yeah, okay. So just screen it.
So pick this because this kale's really good. Everybody has some kale, because usually the kale's bitter and this isn't. Thank you. Just throw it in the wagon. Isn't that good, the kale? And they're all different. What's that? Lacinato. Lacinato. It's also called dinosaur and Tuscan.
No, this red one.
That's lacinato.
Yes, they're so tall. I thought this one.
Yeah, it is. It's called rainbow lacinato.
Oh, okay.
Kale is such good food. It's really good for you.
So you also put your chicken manure on this part of the.
What I do is I take my chicken manure. It's not manure. It's like compost. And in the fall, I'll put a light covering over it all, and I'll put the wood chips over it. So I just sandwich it underneath, because the wood chips make a much nicer, material to walk on. And I find they also the weeds don't develop as much in my compost over there. The weeds just love growing in it because it's so viable. Now everybody here, come down here and pick some of that broccoli and just see how good it is.
It's good.
You did?
Yeah, I did. So good.
Isn't that good?
And it's gone to flower.
And it's so good. You know what I have to do now? I have to come here every week and cut out all this stuff that's gone to flower because I can't possibly keep up eating it because it's producing so much.
We got all that 90-degree weather at the end of April and May. and my broccoli shot to seed, so I cut it real quick, and my husband and I tried to eat it. It was so bitter.
Because it wasn't well. Could you do me a favor while you're there? You see that plant that's uprooted right here, right in front of you here? I just bring it to me. Get a big piece.
Big piece.
Yeah, break that off down to the bottom and see how tender the stem is. Start the stem and see how tender that is, because you're gonna blow your mind how tender it is.
Oh, I mean the
Let's
wrong
go a
end,
little
Paul.
further. There we go.
That good?
It's not even bitter.
It's not supposed to be. The creator didn't
Mine
make
was so unedible.
because it was not well. It was struggling. You see all these cucumbers coming on here? It's gonna be awesome.
My back to fail like you.
All this amazing. Look at all these flowers. These cucumbers are coming on. Now, everybody, you see this grass right here in my lawn, in my garden? That's rice. That's rice there. Right
You
here.
had someone send that?
Because I couldn't find seed, and my good friend here, Thatnub, excuse me, he photographed me saying, I can't get seed, and some cool guy in Costa Rica sent me this rice seed, and there it is growing.
Wow.
Nice.
So go down there and pick some cilantro. It's starting to bolt, but you can snap off the top part that's bolting and just see how good it is, because it's really delicious. This cilantro, you've never had cilantro taste like that. It's so good. Go down toward the end where it's really thick. And you can break off that top peat that's going to seed, and you'll blow your mind how good it is. That's carrots for winter. So you got 2 rows of carrots for the winter. Isn't that good? Now who?
Not bitter at all.
It's not supposed to be. Didn't you hear me yet?
I keep losing on my phone. I'm doing. No, I hear you. I hear you.
Now for those of you, who you see all these carrots coming up. This is for winter. This will grow all summer long, and in the winter, I have awesome carrots all winter long. Because actually, they get when the ground freezes, they get sweeter. So my winter carrots are far better tasting than the summer ones. They're so much.
Does that work with every root?
All root vegetables. So that's why I got beets planted everywhere for winter, because it's so good. And see, all winter long you have this live food, which is see, I never go to the store ever any time of year, because my garden produces everything.
Oh, and peas too. Peas too. Mm-hmm. Peas, they'll grow in the snow, won't they?
Peas are pretty hardy. You can plant them in February when it's really cold, and they're just hardy. They don't last long, but they're very hardy. Now, does anybody have soil they think is impossible to work with? Like, hard clay or rocks? Anybody? Nobody?
I do.
Because if you think you got hard stuff to deal with, I want you to go behind my house, right here, and look at my soil. My soil you can't break it with a pick. And I want you to get that everything you're eating from here has that under it. And when I put the wood chips on it, it changed everything. It's really powerful. The wood chips change it all. It's just so significant. So we'll go over here to the herb garden. As we're headed there, and I'm slow, you can take your time, go along the fence, and that row of a hedge of blueberries, they're starting to get ripe. So when they're really dark blue, pick them. Yeah. Don't get the ones that aren't, because they're not good, but the ones that are dark blue are really good.
Well, that's all I have for this video. Bang around that bell icon if you want to be notified when new videos come out. Call us on the hotline if you have comments or questions and want to be featured in an upcoming video. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Check us out on the website, and we'll see you guys on the next one.